all these sports fans, this is sort of like what being at the Roman amphitheater watching somebody get fed to the lions, but you know, it's a spectacle. It's something to watch, I guess. But no, I'm already was already working on a pretty nice depression from from last week's futilities. So I get the packet from the scooter people on Saturday. Today's Monday. Get up bright and early, 8 o'clock in the morning. Drink my coffee and power through, depression or no depression, and try to get some stuff accomplished. So I call the scooter people, and you know, I didn't get the Megan person. I got somebody else to talk to, but got that squared away. And I called my doctor's office and told them that the scooter people told me I need to schedule an appointment specifically about getting a mobility scooter with my doctor, which my doctor tried to bypass that by claiming that the one visit that I was on was that's what he told me anyway, but that he when he already wrote the day he wrote the prescription for the mobility scooter, like I don't know, a month ago, he told me that he was going to try to bypass that whole you need that extra special appointment. But this packet I got says no, you got to schedule an appointment. It's got to be specifically for that mobility scooter thing. So I did that, and I said the first train smoking, I want to be in that box car. First, whatever you got, first appointment, whatever you got. So it's coming up on in 2 days, and it's 4 p.m. appointment, and you know, I think I might have other options, but I just went ahead with SARTA and used SARTA, and I don't care. I just want to get the thing done. I don't care now, but when I'm sitting there for 2.5 hours, when it could be over, probably will care on Wednesday. But now I'm like, okay, we'll do it that way because I was told by my care source manager that I could call in a pinch, and they have last minute transportation emergency services or something. I don't know, for people that are on a waiver program, which I guess they put especially messed up people on waiver programs, which I suppose I qualify now, and that's why I can get free Meals on Wheels and other services for free. And anyways, I'm just gonna go ahead with the SARTA thing. I think I'm not gonna. It's just another phone call to make, and I don't know how it's gonna play out anyway. But the deal is I finally got a hold of the Dr. Scarcella guy's office. Finally called me back. It told me what I already knew. But I was holding out hope that once he got, you know, the billions of tests that I've been had every test possible for this knee. EMGs. I had an EMG test, ultrasound, MRI, X-ray, you name it. I had it done concerning this knee. So when I went into him and he didn't have any of that information, you may remember that I said, he asked me a couple of different ways, like, why aren't they doing this? Why aren't the tri-county surgeons operating on this? And finally said, well, I think they felt like they were out of their depth, so they sent me to the Cleveland Clinic. And then he said, well, frankly, if they're out of their depth, it probably means I'm out of my depth too. In other words, like, they don't want to touch you, I don't want to touch you. So I know I've already said that before, but it's so I kind of knew ahead of time that if he didn't look at the tests and wasn't going to operate on me, looking at the tests wouldn't matter. But now it's confirmed that I have to start out from square zero. Is it square one? Wherever that square is, it means you got nothing accomplished whatsoever. All your phone calls, all your effort, it's all been rendered meaningless. And like, I know they can fix this knee if they get in there with a knife. You know, I know it's not heavily affected by CRPS. I could tell by looking at it. It's my body. I know what's going on. There's something inside my knee that's causing flexibility issues that they could cut out and they could fix. But I've been to two different orthopedic surgeons and they won't do it. But that, you know, that means more intense pain for me. I did walk around like I said I was going to yesterday. And yeah, it hurts today, but not too much more than it hurt yesterday. I'm just going to have to keep doing that if I want to, you know, if I want to hold on to walking. If I want to keep walking. And I think I have to, especially now that I re-aggravated my rotator cuff deal, because I don't know what else I can do to you know, keep my heart in shape and just to keep in better physical condition. You got to keep moving, man. They got those laws of physics. Objects that are in motion tend to stay in motion. I'm assuming the opposite is. I happen to know for a fact that the opposite is true with people. That's where they come up with that expression. What are you gonna do? Lay down and die? You know. So I'm just all processing this now. It's just happened like a couple hours ago, where I'm like, all those phone calls, all that effort, all those appointments, being left out in the cold for 45 minutes that one day, all that, all pointless, nothing accomplished. The last 3 months, total waste of time as far as dealing with my knee surgery. I have to try to find another avenue where I can find somebody to get something to do the right thing here, which is to cut the foreign matter out of my knee so my knee will work properly again. But in the meantime, I have to keep my strength up, which means I have to walk on an incredibly painful knee every day. I have that to look forward to. I'm like I am not a young man. You have a different, you know, when I was young, I had to fight a lot of stuff. Okay, I don't know if I can, if I used up all my willpower from back then. Today I don't even have the will to get out of bed and eat. It's like approaching 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and I was doing all the phone calling and stuff from bed, and then I, you know, had a personal phone call, and I was like, haven't really been out of bed yet today, just too damn depressed, and you know, it's just gonna take a minute to process that news. And I called my friend who you know, we were talking last night, and he was off and about doing something, and I'm like, well, you can just relay this message to him that they said that my knee was inoperable. And then I get on the phone with my one aunt, and my mom, which is of course my mom's sister, and she starts talking about my mom, and I start getting like misty and stuff. But it's really like the tears are about like the phone call that I just received. You know, there wasn't no tears. I mean, I just could just feel like, you know, just starting to get emotional and stuff. She's talking about my mom who went through all that horror and suffering in her last years, and how much my mom loved me and all that. It's like sometimes that's good to hear, sometimes that's not so good to hear. It just worked out that way. You know. So now I'm gonna make this short little video recording this, and I have one more thing to do today, and that is to unplug my old router, which works, that I'm using right now to make this, and or to which I'll be using later to upload this, and switching routers, and then I have to probably call a cab tomorrow. I tried talking to the boat guy today because I'm like, I don't really want to carry this hatred in my heart. You know, I already hate enough people. I don't need to hate any more people, you know. And I don't really know what to say to the dude, you know. We didn't have a conversation because he was at work, but he wrote me back something about a Kia type of car, pissing him off since it works in an automotive department. And he asked me how I was doing or whatever, but I haven't talked to him in about a month. And, you know, I haven't told him that, you know, that not only did he cost me $900 on that sale, but he rendered my boat, you know, a motor is that he inadvertently, through ignorance, ruined the motor on the boat, which means I might get $400 for it, maybe. I don't know. I don't really feel like putting on any effort to sell it this year anyway. I'm just going to leave it sit out there. This time with the drain plug pulled. But not much else to say. This is pretty much the pit of despair, man. When the only thing that can drive you out of bed is your bladder. I can't move. I'm like paralyzed with it. You know, what this means for me as far as, I don't remember the phrase that the guy used, you know, it's, if he used the word inoperable, or if he used, like, it's not something that he can fix by operating on it, maybe I didn't talk to the guy, of course. I talked to the secretary, Lisa. Finally called me back for some reason. He wouldn't call me back before. And I wonder if you could hear my stomach growling. Probably not, because I got the good microphone going. Stomach's all growling. My body's like, we're still here. We still need food. We don't care about your emotions, about your suffering. It's like, bladder's like, yeah, we got to get up. You know, got to get up. Got to move. I don't know, man. Taking a lot of shots on the chin, man. And when I go into my doctor, I'm not even going to talk to him about this thing with the knee. We're just going to concentrate on talking about the mobility scooter and getting that squared away. If it goes into the knee, you know, I don't know if I need to help make my case for that or not. Or I don't know. I don't know how to even play that. I'm just going to try to, like, open up my mouth and hope the right words come out. Because I got to get one thing accomplished in this mess. Somehow. If I can get the one thing accomplished, which is to get a decent mobility scooter. And like when I looked at the packet I got from Miller's, it looked like I was responsible for like $2,394 or something like that. And then there was like another, it looked that way because there was another like small box with hyphenated words I didn't understand that had another sum in there. So I think the scooter is worth over $3,000, so it's going to be a good one and it will work. So I think I just want to concentrate on getting that done, just getting the one thing done, and have to ride this hideous mood, this black mood that I've been in for what Winston Churchill, I'm lisping now. Winston Churchill used to call this the black dog. when that's what he called depression. That's what he called his own depression. It's the black dog. This is a black dog kind of Labrador Retriever kind of Irish Wolfhound size kind of thing I got going on here now, mood wise. If I can get the one thing done, you know, it'll make a difference. And right now, it's like, yeah, then I can take the scooter and I could go to the UPS store with the stupid router by myself, not be calling cabs, not be dependent. You know, sometimes you just want to go when you want to go. A lot of y'all might take that for granted who have gotten to drive cars and stuff. I never got to drive. So, you know, but I did have vehicles, even just bicycles, where when I was in really good shape, when I'm talking about like 20s and 30s, where I could just get up and go when I wanted to go. It's like I'd much rather ride a bicycle 5 to 10 miles than wait on a damn bus and wait on other people, you know. And if I got the mobility scooter, it's like if I feel like going, then I can go. I'm not waiting on a cab. I'm not calling people. I'm not waiting on SARTA. You know, that'll be a big difference. But you know, when you take like a hit like this, I mean, you just have to give yourself time to process it. Um, it's not the end of the world. I mean, sometimes it feels like it's the end of the world when you get news like that because every morning I got a really tall bed, so every morning I wake up and I got one leg I can't trust. That's my left leg. I got my other leg that is that's my CRPS leg is my left leg, and then I got the right leg. But I know that first step off of the bed every morning, you know, them knives are gonna start stabbing me in the knee, and that's how I start out my day. And yeah, I know that that's my reality, and I know it's a reality I'm gonna have to deal with if I want to keep living, if I want to keep trying. The irony to all this is, like I said, is like I was a quitter as a child. I was the guy who threw the chessboard or threw the checkerboard when he was losing. And I've been losing for a very long time now. And I don't want to give up, even though I do not fear death. I would welcome it. I don't fear it. The thing that I don't like is I have a couple of things I want to do. Once I get those things done, if I can find a good death, I'd be cool with it. But I don't want to quit. It's strange because you think people's characters are set in stone. I can't even call it survival instinct at this point. I don't know if it's just mule stubbornness or what it is, or like I said, I want to get to the point where I can at least read my novel. And, well, first of all, I want to get somebody to cut this knee and then see what'll happen. But that's what I've been having trouble. That's what I've been trying to do. I'd have to go back and check my videos to see how long I've been trying to do that. I want to get somebody to cut this knee, and see how it comes out that way. And then I have those things that I want to do, And then there's people that are going to have a hard time accepting my demise, and, selfishly, they don't understand the suffering that I go through because it's been going on since I was 14 years old. So instead of acting normally, I act what is abnormally to people. Like, I can talk, I can try to be funny, try to make jokes, Other people, I don't know what they would be doing if they were in my situation right now. That knee's hurting before I even fucking move, before I even start walking around on it. And I know I gotta walk around on it later. And that's what I gotta look forward to every day. You know? It's like having a piece of glass in your foot, except for it's sort of like that where you gotta walk at least far enough to sit somewhere to take the piece of glass out of your foot. It's if you're not agile enough to hop. Well, I have to do that, and the glass is inside my knee. And I have to do that to try to keep the strength up, to try to keep, enough strength in there so there's something to save when, hopefully it's a when, I can get somebody to cut the knee and work on the knee. So yeah, absorbing a hit like this, man, it's then a coincidence of just, I didn't actually call my aunt, who is 87 years old. It's my mother's sister on the non-evil side of the family. I didn't. It just happened that way, and then I end up having to talk about my mom like less than a half an hour. I was just gonna call like my best friend and say, "Look, man, this is what just went down." Not really cry on his shoulder or anything like that. Just saying, like, just it helps to process it, you know. But then I end up having to talk about my mom, which is a sore point with me because of the way things went down. And, you know, you just have to take the hit, you know. If I was normal, I'd be weeping right now. But I'm not normal. And so I have to get up, finally get some food in my belly at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Haven't eaten anything at all. And keep moving forward like some sort of mindless shark that just has to keep moving or it'll die. I think I would be a whale shark, though. A whale shark is a shark, right? Because I'm really too nice of a guy to be a great wade or a mako or, even any kind of shark. Whale sharks are plankton eaters, So I would have to be a whale shark. I'm not quite big enough to fit that description. But I just have to keep moving and I have to keep trying even when those things seldom go my way. I'm scared now. See, I'm scared because I'm scared that the appointment coming up in less than 48 hours will not go the way I want it. I'm scared that I won't get the scooter that I need for my independence, and then I'll have to be dependent on these people that I'm just trying not to hate. Because that's the reason why I got out the burner smartphone, because that's what this is. And try to talk to the guy. I don't think I can fix the thing with my sister. That's kind of up to her. But I can fix. I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can fix this or not. But I know that carrying around hatred is like one of the stupidest and worst things you can do for yourself, and you can't help it sometimes. I know, but it's like hate only hurts you. If I can figure out some way to express that to that guy where it doesn't turn ugly and get rid of that, that will be accomplishing something. And I don't really want to hate nobody. I never wanted it to be like it is. But at the same time, you know, landlord I'm gonna hate. That's just the way it is. I want to hate my landlord. There's no getting over that, you know. But that's not somebody that I've known for decades. That's somebody that I've had the misfortune of knowing for 8 years. Um, and he wasn't always like, he didn't start out just not giving a fuck. He started out like giving a fuck and like fixing things in the apartment. Then he's just thinking, let's make this another one of my slums. Because I found out that he owns properties in some pretty bad parts of Canton, and I know that the one person that I'm related to was like, man, he was trying to move me into the middle of the hood, so why he decided to do this here, I don't know. But that's all old territory. It's like I'm immobilized right now, so I need to mobilize. I'm just immobilized with shock and then fear. Got me some good despair. Got me it shouldn't be a shock, but somehow it come off as a shock. That that I'm not gonna get. I guess I just didn't think of it. I just wouldn't let myself think of it. That I wasted all my efforts and time and my progress. This video is too long already, and I need to get off of here and move and eat and keep moving. Get some greens, maybe as a side dish of one of my frozen dinners. Since I'm a whale shark, they eat little tiny bits of plankton. I'll go be a whale shark and keep moving. Because, I don't even remember what I said in this video. But I know one thing, you got them laws of physics, man. What objects that are in motion tend to stay in motion. And I know that people that, I think I might have already even said that about, people that do not move, they got the expression lay down and die. What are you going to do, lay down and die? I probably already said that even, but I'm really just kind of in shock, and I'm just kind of bad off. But, man, I repeated myself in the last video. I'm going to be really mad at myself if I repeated myself in this video. But tomorrow's another day. And who knows what fresh information will come down the pike, or what new and interesting horrors perhaps will beset me. Who knows? That's one thing that can be interesting about life, even when it doesn't go your way. It's like, what fresh stupidity. Yeah. Which way is the kick gonna come from the universe today? Wake up tomorrow thinking like, okay, how's oh fuck. I just gotta give up, man. Some days I gotta do my one thing today, and the rest of the day is just trying to process what my life is gonna be like here for a long time now. Because there's going to be no surgery for a long time now. And I'm going to have to go through a whole summer with this. It's only spring now. That is approximately a half an hour. So for me, that's a short video. I don't even know what the hell I just said. So I'm going to go back and take a listen. And if I start repeating myself in the same damn videos, I might have to cut these things down, real down, to like 10 minutes, because it's just what I'm doing now, putting off facing the reality of my existence and not wanting to move. I'm going to get up, though, and I'm going to get something to eat, and I'm going to see if I repeated myself. So that's one thing that I am kind of good at, is that I know that tomorrow's another day. And who knows what it will be like or what will happen. I just wish I had more confidence that it would be something good. After a while, I might die of shock. Yeah, I might just faint dead away if some good fortune fell my way. Goodbye.